What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here at MattyFish33 on YouTube. If you've been here before, thank you so much. Couldn't do this without you guys. If it's your first time joining us on this fishy journey, wow. I'm gonna leave that in there just for you guys so you can laugh at it if you want. But if it's your first time joining us on this fishy journey, please like, subscribe, share, click that bell, get those notifications, follow us along on this fishy journey. I did it again. Journey. Wow, I can't talk today, guys. I don't know what's going on. Follow us along on this fishy journey. I promise you won't be disappointed. So, you know, when I finish this video today, I got to do some water changes on the systems here. But what we're going to do real quick is do some gallery updating on a little bit about everybody here in the gallery and how these things are going. Kind of like a Sunday swim, if you will, for those of you that have been following the channel for a long time. Now, I kind of talked about the hierarchy in this tank the other day, which I'm trying to stand a little back from the tank. These guys need to get fed before we do a water change. I did not feed them this morning. I just got back from work. And, you know, if I get closer to the tank, well, here. Just like you might have seen it last, but look, that is the result. And now you won't really be able to see them. So I'm going to back up. But everybody in this system doing really, really well. When I do these water changes today, I need to change out at least one of the filter flossings that's inside of one of my FX6s. And then the next time that I do a water change, I'll change the top polishing pad in the other one. This is just flossing. It's not a filter clean. For those of you concerned and going, oh, you changing filter? No. Not doing a full filter clean. I'm just changing the polishing pad at the top that is currently getting logged up and kind of giving us a little less flow, which is not as ideal. So that'll be done on this tank today when we do this water change here for these guys. So, you know, like I said, if you haven't seen the pro tips videos, the series that I started yet, go check those last couple videos out. It'll talk a little more. One of them is going to talk more about your setup for an African cichlid, especially predatory hap and peacock type setup. And the other one is going to talk about how to determine who your boss could be or how your hierarchy flows within your system in those setups. So if you haven't yet, go check those videos out, guys, please. I would much appreciate it. And I think, you know, like I say always, it's nice to connect with other hobbyists and us to learn from each other. So feel free to leave any comments below. Like I said, I'm no expert, know a little bit about what I'm doing, but we're here. So, but like I said, everybody in this tank doing very well. We just need to do some water changes and need to do a little bit of glass cleaning. I promise you, it is nowhere near as green as it looks. I think that's just the shadow of the glass because, as you can see, if these guys will move for a second, there you go, super clear. But yeah, so like perspective is a little skewed. Like I said, I've got a little bit of algae growing on the glass back here, so we got to clean that off, and that's kind of what's giving you that green hue. And then the reason I know that I need to change out some polishing pads is we have some micro bubbles, so we're kind of going to have to do this water change this week and then the other one on next water change next week. And I know that these micro bubbles aren't because the filter's clogged or anything like that. It's literally just because the polishing pads are getting full of detritus and debris and they need to be changed out. So we will go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the cube for you guys real quick. So everybody in this system doing very well. They're also hungry, just like everybody in the other tank. Let me turn this light out real quick. There we go. So yeah, I mean, everybody doing really, really well in here. These guys are definitely growing. Our Geo gang growing up a little bit. There's definitely, you can kind of tell who's who. I think this guy's kind of like the boss of the Geos right now. They were all the same size when I got him, but he's much larger than our smallest one now, which is that guy right there. And there you go. So like these are the two smaller Geos that are over here, and then that's the largest guy right now. These guys haven't quite got their streamers yet, but they're getting there. Our electric blue Akara looking really well. Our Queen Bodioloach, our red spot Severum, our chocolate cichlid, our Turkana Jewel, which it's kind of hard to see his colors until he comes down, but he's doing really well also. Our Danio's still breeding like crazy. And guys, no, this water's not cloudy. This glass needs to get cleaned a little as well. There's just bio buildup on the glass. I mean, check it out. See? Not even remotely cloudy at all here. Check these guys out. Really cool shot of these guys, especially how Count, the chocolate cichlid, really just kind of likes to nose up. Very passive fish, very cool though. I have seen our fire eel a little bit more. Not quite sure where he's hiding today because before I started filming, I did not check it out. Lately, he's kind of been down here in the root system of this sword or in these rocks on this side. And then our tiger knifefish likes to hide under the petrified wood, as I've said many times before for you guys. I don't think these snail eggs are ever going to hatch. I'm probably going to end up scraping these off. I'm going to give these a little bit more time. I'm assuming that they were probably inert. But we also finally took our Anubis out of that pot. And I kind of split it in two. I've got one here. Hopefully that will grow onto this section of driftwood eventually right here. And then the other one is up over here and will hopefully attach itself to the stump is what I'm hoping. It may end up attaching it to the flat piece of driftwood, but I hope that it attaches itself to the stump. Our tiger Severum back there doing really well, growing a little bit. Not quite catching up to our red spot Severum, but I wouldn't expect that to happen for a while. This guy's got a good head start on the tiger Severum in terms of size and age. We also need to get that 40 gallons set back up because I need somewhere to put these Danio babies that are down here in our sump system still. I have not yet. Jake over at Small Fish, shout out to you. If you still want some of these Danio babies, please let me know because I need to move these guys soon. Also, we're going to clean these filter socks. When we do a water change on this guy today, you can see they're kind of overflowing because the filter socks are full of micro waste and detritus. So, that's our update on our cube system. Everything doing really good in here. Just need to do a little housekeeping in that regards. But, you know, like I said, you can see everybody really active, really growing a little bit. I haven't shown this tank for a couple weeks at least, I think. So I'm sure the difference should be noticeable to you guys that have been following the channel for quite a while. Again, I'm not quite sure where our fire eel is currently hiding today. Oh, there he is. I think. Is that him there? I think that's our fire eel hiding right there. The back of him at least, but we'll see. He'll probably come out after we do our water change later. So let's go ahead and take a look at Amuna Mountain. Everybody in here doing really well too. Let me turn this blue light off and put you on some more natural lighting. There we go. These guys are doing just fantastic as well. Again, this is kind of the same scenario as the other tanks. Just need to do a little bit of housekeeping, some glass cleaning, a water change, and keep the continuity on everything. So, but these guys are doing really well. One thing I have noticed though in this tank that I am going to talk about real quick with you guys is this guy over here, our Exochromis anojanus, who is a predatory hab cichlid. He will be moving in with the big boys very soon probably. He's getting very close on size. He just needs to grow a tiny bit more. But the reason I'm mentioning this is because I think it's getting close, because he's starting to get to the point where I'm seeing a little aggression with him towards some of the Amuna. And as he gets bigger, that's only going to become more prevalent. So, you know, he's probably going to move soon. Probably not this month, maybe next month, if I can wait that long. I'd like to have him put on some more size before we move him. But, you know, if he gets too aggressive in here, obviously we're going to have to move him ahead of schedule. And you know, like I said, he's at the size right now. He's probably going to be just fine over there, but I don't want to rush it because I don't want to run into an opposite scenario or a scenario that was similar to when we first got this guy, because he was borderline small for that tank when we first got him, and then obviously we had to move him over here because our Malawi hawk like tried to make a meal out of him, and I don't want a repeat of that. You know, this fish has escaped death once since he's been with me. And I don't want to put him through that again. I try to keep these guys in a manner that, you know, I'm not really putting them through too much, and they are enjoying themselves and living their best lives. So that's your update on Amuna Mountain. Now we're going to go to our guppy tank real quick. Not much to report over here in our guppy tank. We'll probably, like, you can't even really see a lot of them because they're probably all up here in the grass hiding and stuff. I think we're going to try and start more of a snail colony too, because I did put some mystery snails in here to go with the nidarites. Hopefully these mystery snails will start breeding in here, and we can start colonizing some snails so that we can have free food for our fahaka puffer down here. This light is off right now, but our Copidicromis is back in here. Surprisingly, him being in Amuna Mountain did not work as well as I thought it would. I think the orange blotch Amuna in there was kind of giving him a lot of hell, and I had to move him back here. So hopefully I can do something with him soon so that he's not kind of in this like quarantine space, so to speak. Our fahaka puffer though, doing wonderful. We are getting a little bit of diatom bloom on the top of our aragonite and coralline, which to be expected in a new system. We don't really run the lights that much, maybe like 2-3 hours tops a day in this system. I'm trying to do that, especially right now, to kind of keep the diatoms down in this tank until it becomes a more established aquarium. However, with this pufferfish, if it was to just kind of like start growing algae all over the sand, it might not be super aesthetically pleasing at first, but eventually it would balance out. And honestly, it's not going to harm this guy. Again, guys, as I've said before, algae, I mean, is not particularly going to harm your fish. It's actually going to help your water, but it does get to a certain point where, one, it's aesthetically not pleasing, and two, it can become detrimental to your plants, and in some other ways if it starts getting beyond provocation in that sense. Wow, there's a little, never noticed that before. I think it's fine though. Anywho, guys, this vintage system doing really well. I'm gonna have to clean some of these back off of the filtration, because it was really cool how we just kind of had this like circular motion with all of our floaters in here, and I think our pufferfish was kind of enjoying that, so we're gonna have to fix that. We did move some of this grass around and kind of disperse it a little bit more. As you can see, some glass cleaning needs to happen in here as well, and there are remnants of snail shells everywhere because this guy really likes snails, and that's what I've been trying to give him snails, probably, you know, 5 to 7 of them a week. But I mean, with it, last time I think I put 6 in here, and you know, the first night he ate 4 or 5 of them. So we need to start a snail colony in order to continue feeding this guy snails, because that's going to get super expensive, even at like $3 a pop for mystery snails, or you know, ram's horns probably around the same price. It's just going to get really expensive, because we do need to feed him snails and clams and things like that to keep his teeth down. These guys are known for their teeth overgrowing if you do not take care of them in that sense, and I really don't want to get to the point where I have to handle this guy, if you will, and trim his teeth for him, because I don't want to take any risks, one, with stressing this guy out, and two, with maybe making myself susceptible to any type of tetrodotoxin poisoning, and then that could end up very bad, as you guys probably do well know. So we're very cautious in that sense, but he's doing well. He's coming out a little more. He's getting a little more used to his environment. Certainly used to me, not quite as used to having multiple people up at the tank at one time. He gets a little shy in that scenario, but doing very well. So I think right now, also, see, he's sizing up the Copa de Chromis over here, and so vice versa, because our Copa's all puffed up. Real quick, guys, let's go ahead. I do have some shrimp thawed out. Let's see if this guy will eat for us real quick. So hold on, let me grab that shrimp, and then we're gonna see if we can feed him by hand, if you will. Not straight from my hand, obviously, because with the teeth on these guys, I'm gonna use a pair of long tweezers, but we'll show you guys. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Wait one, and we'll be right back with it. All right, guys, let's go ahead. So we got some shrimp here. This is one that he didn't finish yesterday, so what I'm gonna do, it's not necessarily, obviously you don't want to tap on the glass for your tank, but just to get his attention, like I think he already kind of sees it, but just to get his attention, what I've been doing, just a little tap on the frame, which I feel confident doing that in this tank because it is a steel frame. However, like I said, I wouldn't recommend tapping on the glass for your fish, but this is kind of like his little signal. So here he comes. Yep. Let's see if he'll come and eat for us real quick. Come on, bub. Also, guys, like I said in the last video, we still need to name our Buccochromis lepturus green. So if you have any name suggestions for our Buccochromis lepturus green that is in the Big Boy African cichlid tank, comment down below. I think he's being a little shy. He doesn't always like the phone. I think he's a little leery of that, but let's see. Hold on. Oh, maybe we're gonna come do it now. Okay. Come on, bud. I know you see me. You gonna show them how we eat? Yeah. Maybe he'll come back around here in a second, guys. Oh, oh, we're turning around. Oh, this is kind of what he tends to do. He kind of like moves around this a little bit. He's very suspicious. I think he's just not fully comfortable yet. He's really kind of checking me out. Come on, buddy. It's like literally right above you. I think he's really like looking at the phone because I kind of have it in front of my face. Let me see if I can get this phone where he can see my face and not the phone. Maybe he'll relax a little bit and actually take a bite out of this for us. Come on. Yeah, he's still kind of concerned about the phone. See, that's what I mean, guys, though. Like, these guys are super smart. So, like, I think he hasn't figured out exactly that, like, the phone is not a big deal yet. Sometimes it is to him, sometimes it isn't. I'm going to be quiet for a second and see if he'll just come and eat. Here we go. Come on. What are you waiting on? Here we go. Here we go. We're gonna eat. There he goes. Good boy. Or girl. I'm not sure if it's male or female. I don't know how to sex pufferfish. If anybody knows how to sex fahaka pufferfish, let me know in the comments below. I have yet to figure out how to do that. From what I understand, they're quite difficult to sex, actually. Come on, you're not done. I know you want more of this. There we go. Come on. Also, I'm not quite sure if you guys can hear this on video, but when he takes a bite, like, it's almost like this, like, muted squeaky sound. I'm not sure if you can hear it in the video. If you can, let me know in the comments below. Come on, buddy, you need to eat a little bit more because I know you're gonna sulk when I change your water and not eat anything else the rest of the evening, probably, so. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and drop that for him just for now, because normally I wouldn't do this because these guys are messy eaters. But I'm going to go ahead and drop that for now since we are about to do a little maintenance on his tank. So we will take any remnants out. We'll do his water change last, give him time to kind of eat a little more on this if he wants to. Let's see if he takes a bite real quick. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Chomp, chomp. See, I think he's so suspect of the phone. It's funny. Yeah. We're gonna look at the food, we're gonna look at the phone. Look at the food, look at the phone. There we go. Yep, now we're just doing test bites. Yeah, alright. I think we're going to leave him in peace and kind of let him have his meal. He's very leery of the phone, as you can see. So let's just back away and give him some space. See, he can still see me, so we're going to back fully away. Take one last look at the big boy tank. And we're going to start doing some water changes. And the only reason I'm not going to film during the water changes today is because I kind of got to get into the filtration, or at least one of these filters a little bit, and like it's kind of going to be hard to film, guys. So, but if you want me to do like a full explanation video and do a full water change video for you guys, let me know in the comments below, and I can certainly do that. But I got some maintenance to get to, guys. I also got to make dinner afterwards, so I got quite a bit to get done the rest of this evening. We've got to do water changes on all of the tanks because I don't have them on a rotating schedule. I kind of do it as a one go on the same day type deal right now. So we're going to feed all these guys and then do these water changes. So guys, I'm going to get out of here for now, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, Matty Fish out. Have a good evening.